Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Southeast Asian Close Qualifiers here at our lovely channel, where action is taking up on Team Darling. We did not need a stand-in. We did not need a remake or a restart. We have Mr. Drick in the game, and both teams smoked up, and a potential first blood popping off here as well, as Execration smokes are popping on the low ground, and they're trying to charge after Palos or Jotun. They actually see the Ogre, but that's probably the worst target, and fake hype.
6 armor. It used to be 11.
They're going back in. They're going back in. They've got the Ogre in front once again. Ember coming from the top. A lot of damage already dealt onto Execration. And Bosku, Mr. Cuckoo, in the front with the Timber Saw as well. Just giving a bit of a presence minder. Just kind of, you know, asserting dominance a bit. And forcing Execration to back out again. So round number 2, still fake hype. Nobody killed. We're all good here.
They're also big, man. Also tanky. There's nothing squishy.
And as we go to 10 seconds, the game is underway.
Finally! Finally, I witnessed the glorious throat singing by Mr. T Panda. No one else.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, SEA Dota is always so much fun to cast because it's all over the place. It has everything that I need in my life. So I'm happy to be here. I feel free.
Of course, SEA is the place to be. I had some pubs while I was over there the last couple of times, by the way, as well. Very not freeing pubs, let's put it that way. They don't... You need to go outside and run for an hour after you play those pubs. But the food is great. I love the food.
The food is great. Their pubs are better than European pubs, according to Mr. My Little Pony. Remember when he was ranting about that EU pubs are the worst?
I remember. EU pubs
Boy, was salty.
Please.
It was so salty.
Please. I mean, EU pubs... It depends, you know, it depends who you get in your team. We have a wide range of players. Bottom lane, Tino.
Look at this Ogre, just a straight up bully. Trying to kill Tino, not quite enough damage. But man,
yeah, because
Ogre
his Clinks gave up.
Annoying.
I feel like they could have gotten that kill if Palos followed, but he did not believe. There's nothing worse than... You know, when you're playing and your teammate... You're making a move and your teammate doesn't have faith. It's...
Yeah. No belief in your capabilities.
Yeah. Wow. Usually it comes with not understanding the strengths of a certain hero, because... especially, it happens a lot after the patch hits, because everyone practices different stuff. And then when you all mash up together, maybe if you didn't scrim the same idea, it can look a little bit... like that from time to time. Certainly not the case in this situation. I'm just filling for no reason. What do you think? Which lane is going to draw the first blood?
It's going to draw first blood. I feel like the tankiest hero on the server, Bosku, might die first.
Bosku? Okay.
I don't think he will actually die, but that would be wild. It's SEA. Anything can happen. I believe it could. I think mid is where we're looking at the either one to die. Not necessarily by their own hand, but later on. So we're going to go 0-0 until 6 minutes, and then one of the mid laners dies.
That I believe in you. Like you made that perfect call earlier when it... I can't remember what it was, but you made
the Meepo ban?
The Meepo ban, yes. So, I believe
the one thing I got right in the entire draft.
Well, look. If that's the one thing you call for, that's 100% correctness prediction rate. So,
100% probability.
I respect it.
I would like to be like a guy inventing drafts in a way. For a team. There could be like a draft
coach
assistant.
drafter.
Yeah, coach drafter.
Coach drafter.
Oh, CML is going to break my prediction here because he's the one to drop first by the tankiest hero on the server right now, Bosku, who will take first blood for Team Darling.
He's not really that tanky. The problem is like you're Jakiro, you have 800 HP, but you're playing into Timber Saw. Careful, whirling death, pure damage, takes your stats. If you and you're very slow, so it's easy for him to get on top of you. Like
True.
yeah, we might see that. We might see that again. I've played the lane. I know how it is. It can get a bit rough.
Things tend to escalate. Already dropping the dots. I am intrigued by Yona because it's like when I mentioned him being a wild card and a bit of a question mark because we haven't really seen him in action before. You get like an indicator of is this guy any good? You know, a lot of people will deem you worthy after one good game. Or they will need multiple games and then they start flaming you every single time. But
yeah, he looks alright so far. I haven't really watched him a lot, so I can't say. But he's keeping up with the CS, so he can last it. That so far. Try to push the Timber away from the last it on the range creep. So kinda cool attempt.
pretty low on the bottom lane here. Tino, he would love to get some more CS, but he's just down to throwing axes at this point. Shanks was also less than 100 HP.
Yeah, but 11 Magic Wand charges, Beastmaster with half HP now. Oh, Yona, there you go.
Dies a bit too deep in the lane. I think he just got hit by, you know, the full magic burst from Ven. Timber surprising him next to a tree.
By the way, I talked about Jakiro and Ogre will die now too, most likely. Yep. I talked about Jakiro and how he suffers against Whirling Death. The same thing happens to Morphling. This is not the lane Morphling enjoys. Because you, just like with the Tide Hunter, you don't really have high range. You have to come close to Timbersaw. Then Whirling Death can really mess you up. So, gotta be a bit more careful.
Oh. Goku is at least baiting Yona out of the lane. Full Agi Morph. Does take a nice little nuke there from two.
Bob
charging again with the ulti.
Why though? He tried to, basically he tried to charge the ulti and surprise the Venge with it, but she just takes invis and it's like, okay bro.
Yeah. You do you.
Yep.
Well, we did get a fight for the rune, but not a kill for the rune. So I'm happy that every prediction doesn't always go the way I think things in my mind.
Ooh, gotta be careful, gotta be careful.
Morphling. Oh, that's a close call there. Yona able to survive with just a little bit enough. You know, he wanted.
Yep. I feel like Venge could have waited. Like he had invis for a bit longer. He could have waited for maybe Morphling to go a bit more, and then you try that. Because you know these morphs, they always want to play with their attribute shifts.
We did have that one nice Morphling snipe earlier on. The blood grenade and getting the stun as you saw the Agi shift go in.
Yeah. Yesterday, right?
Yesterday,
or was it? Yeah.
Yep. Yesterday for me lasted for 2 days, so. It's like
yeah. You had a rough one. You had a rough one, friend. Mid lane, they tried to make a move, but can't
still
really
going.
do a lot.
They don't have the ulti on Pango. It's still on cooldown for a couple seconds. He now, and the turn, as he is just gonna lock this ogre down on the spot.
Still big.
And Bob gets stuck for a second. There, two shield press just connect. Grit is inside the trees, and
they got
ogre
him.
does die. He dies to the dot damage from the Jakiro. He wants to get some vengeance though. He's got another slate available. The stun onto the Jakiro. They might just suffice with a CML kill. And Shanks is now also here. And he's going for the Vengeful Spirit, so one after the other, after the other, after the other, and that's a kill for him.
If he was just a second closer, I feel that he might even get a double here on the Pango too. Pango barely surviving. That's the problem, you know, you use all of your Rolling Thunder to kill an ogre, suddenly you're too low, you need to run back, heal up, and Ember cleans up.
So we have 6 kills on the board, and all of Darling's cores are in the top.
Oh, Drift messed up, but Bob is still gonna suffer. This is an arcane rune ember, dishing out a lot of damage.
It's a big swashbuckle there.
Yeah.
Gonna try again. Yes, he is, and he's so close to getting the job done. It's not quite enough. CML was also not in position for the Remnant. If Jakiro was there waiting when Bob was calling, I'm going to try again, that could have worked. But Jotun should be able to TP home.
Nicely done.
And CML is low. He does get the kill. And nobody there to respond. So I feel like this whole sequence, if Bob is feeling that confident, well, he saw a big swashbuckle, right? He's going to wait a bit longer. He could tell the Jakiro to go to the Remnant, and I'm going to try and poke this guy again. He's going to jump there, and you can finish him off.
Yeah, the problem was the arcane rune. Everyone is afraid of arcane rune ember. He just keeps on slighting you before he
Palos
dies.
is rotated top, by the way. Yona is going to go with the TP out with full attribute shift on strength, but even Cuckoo's full burst isn't enough to kill him. It's a close call, nevertheless, and now into the mid lane as well. Ogre does get the stun on Pango and Mana. Look like it's a proper fight. Just a bit of harassing. There's a DD in the top.
The runes. Yep.
Just the rune the Ember likes to have.
Tino, bot lane. Dead. Nice moves by Palos so far, by the way.
Yeah.
I love this. I loved Klings that's actually active. So many Klings are just doing nothing, you know, with the farming. First they farm the Orchid, then they farm the Dezo, or they first farm the Dezo, then they farm the Orchid, then they need the BKB because way too late. They play the Klings like an Arc Warden is played, you know, always waiting for an extra item. Like, this is the much better approach.
Oh, I heard a long sigh. That was not you. That was our third person. I was like, wait, sorry. Is Skirf okay? Confirmed, he's okay.
He is okay. It's just very cold in Sweden and he needs to take his dog out, so that's the sigh. That's the sigh. I need to go freeze my ass again. It feels bad.
It is a bit chillier today, as well in here. When I said like -8 today it's like -19. It's like it took one day and it's already doubled the negative Celsius. And I love how like we have this. I'm not sure when you're looking at weather when you see like 18 degrees, 20 degrees, whatever. Do you have the feels like?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have it.
It's funny here when it's like it's -18 and it feels like 9.
Damn.
It's very windy outside, so it feels like this kind of Arctic breeze, and that's the thing that is really annoying. Like, if it's 20 degrees cold and there's no wind, it's like it feels cold, but it's not like on.
You guys should just add Twitch emotes in that feels like. You should put like feels bad man when it's -20.
Yeah, I think I could maybe say it like 0 degrees with rain or snow is like Sag, because there's like slush everywhere. -18, you're kind of feeling like veg.
You should put some. Yeah, you should put some sad pepes.
Yeah, and then when you go to -28 like we had last week, it's despair.
Or clown Pepe, you know what the hell is this weather?
Yeah, and anything above -30 is Zyg.
Yeah, that's already too much. I saw some. There was a documentary about the Yakutsk in Russia. They live in -50 to -60 like every day.
Yeah.
They can't turn off. Yeah, they can't turn off their cars. Like they have to keep them on all the time.
Keep them running. That's
yeah.
Because there's a lot of cars failing in Finland already at like -27, -28. My friend is working at a what's it called again? Like a car shop or like a mechanic shop or whatever. And they had during one day they had 2,000 phone calls that our cars have shut down. Do you have a spare car for me?
Damn.
They're like, we have 3. They're already gone.
Yeah, that's a lot of. I mean, weather usually, cold weather, cars fail to start. But speaking of ice and cold weather, let me do a let me do a segue here. Where's his ice path, man? What's happening here?
That is a good question. Not even the value point, which would still be worth a 1 second stun. So there's Bob just rolling around with his Rolling Thunder. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You got no ice path, and you're just gonna drop a macro pyre that nobody's gonna walk into, and Bob's dead anyway.
Bob's just bobbing.
Bob's just bobbing, and why don't you put a point in ice path? Why?
You know, it's hard to answer that question, but okay. First, liquid fire maxing out. You want to push? Sure, whatever. I can see level 2 dual breath being value in the lane. You know, it doubles in damage, and then you start maxing out a liquid fire, and you feel like, ah man, I don't even want to get ice path now. It's too bad level 1, and now he gets it. Now that we have flamed the hell out of him, he gets it. I think level 3 liquid fire, level 1 ice path is definitely more value at that point, but okay.
Right, there's the swap onto Bob, and he's just gone. And you put your ice 4, but they're not in it. And they're going to take the Phoenix as well, by the looks of it. Execration is trying to go away, but the chains are going to be on point. Jakiro's going to drop as well. And oh, Darleng. Oh, Darleng.
It's a disaster. Clinks.
Disaster for Execration. And Palos has also joined in. There's the bird rooting about. But there's also a route onto Tino, and here comes Mr. Bosku. Slaps him down.
Dude, Execration is being pummeled. Like, this is not great for them. They are waiting for Morphling to. I mean, this isn't. They're not even in the stage of the game in which you're waiting for Morphling. You're still in the stage of the game. Okay, it's still whatever. We are low level. We can still fight, all of us.
Oh, Yahweh is just going ham here. Dodges the ice path too, so he's out. Kind of feeling himself right now. You know, he's fourth in net worth as an Ember, which is a really good sign. And Bob rolling about once again, and he is just dead to Palos.
Yeah, he
That's
fired quite a
Bob
few.
3 times dead in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, he went from a neutral score to very negative, very fast. And they are moving Ember top. They want to try and go on this Morphling. He wants to go for the Ancients and Wisdom rune, most likely. They can.
They're trying to snipe Morph.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's nice when you go to farm a camp or look for a Wisdom and you just TP out.
Yeah.
All you get to do. I know, listen.
Man, I love you. I love you,
I
T-Pandas.
know,
I sound like
toying with you
I'm.
a bit.
What can they do? Can they go mid? Let's see. Smoke up.
You know, they could smoke up and go.
That would be a very cool idea.
That would be a very cool idea. You know, we're thinking alike here, you know?
Yeah, it's like there's some delay between me and Finland, obviously, but our thoughts are the same.
It's the hive mind.
Yeah, yeah. Where's Palos, by the way, right now? He is 250 away. In a good place, very good place. He actually has Orchid right now. It will be sent out to him.
Oh,
and
didn't get it.
Yeah, there we
now
go.
He has it.
But him getting Orchid makes the map 10 times creation.
Yeah, and he's already mobile, which is the thing. Like, now he has Orchid, and he's still repeating the same thing. He's kind of done the... instead of the 100-meter sprint where you finally got your items and you rush into your opponents, you've already done like 400 meters of warm-up, just walking around, getting a feel for it. And now you're already ready to do what you're supposed to do anyway. Yeah, just have that Orchid that buffs you up even faster. You got these Usain Bolt boots in your inventory. Fast boy.
Yeah, I'm like, Clinks is probably one of the heroes that I played the least, but he's still one of the heroes that they have the highest win rate with no matter what, you know. It's just so simple in pubs to get ups and to play the right moves on the map, and I feel like this game feels a bit like a pub at the moment. They're gonna get some Aegis as well. Let's see who picks it up. Most likely Clinks, right? Even though
should go for Palos.
Should be Palos for sure.
There's a Dire scan on top of where Dire was.
They're just too slow. Like Dire is playing too slow. I'm not sure what happened. I feel what really hurt them a lot as well is every single rune went to Ember, and then Bob just like he never had any resources. Yep.
You're always thinking about going in. Gonna have to wait a little bit longer there with that jump because nobody else is joining him.
Their team fight is really strong if they fight all together. Clinks might run into them.
Yeah, he's gonna run into the Beastmaster, and that's the start for your fight. Bean is gonna get stunned up. It's an absolute disaster for Execration. Palos be some kind of recovery, but it's just the Aegis that they get out of the way. Yem's chasing about. Bob's trying to get the hell out of there. The Rolling Thunder already spent in that last fight. And he's gone down too, and it's all about Yona. Morphling dodging the first chains in 2 seconds.
Oh, nice.
Gets chained back. Okay, that's your way to get out.
Yeah.
Still 4 heroes gone.
Yeah, still hardly anything to be happy about if you're Dire. It's a nice hero that he can morph into, right, Ember? Really strong morphing target. Their Tormentor is being stolen.
Nothing going right for Execration right now. 3 kills in 20 minutes.
And they smoke up again. Yeah, they try again. I feel like you could still possibly take a decent team, but it needs to be... these team fights, they need to be organized. It can't be some crazy fight left, right, and center. Maybe they can kill Palos here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. This might be really good. But
is Palos smarter?
It looks like... he is.
Used the Death Pact and walked out. Suspecting something is up because nobody's defending the tier 2 in bottom. Only pushed in the midway for the Ember to clear. And they get the jump on Jakiro as well, so Paolo still pulls the longer straw. And Jotun is right next to Tino, so Tino, he's also dead. And Paolo's is giving the quote, you almost had it too as well, because they were literally right behind him and suspecting he might show up in the lane. And then Palos gets to, you know.
They have one more to work with. Only one more, and I believe that's it. They just used so many, and they need these smokes to start fights properly. It's hard, like you don't know how controlled the map is by Radiant. You don't know where Clinks is.
He's hunting Yona, but he's got Manta.
Yeah, he's not a kill. No, for now, Morphling isn't a kill. Everyone else kinda is.
They're pinging the top racks. We're thinking about should we go there.
I think they're pinging it in a way no one is defending it, so they are in this area because no one is stopped. Something like that, basically. You shouldn't let your towers get hit. Your high ground towers get hit. Minute 20. In general, you know, if they are getting hit, something's fishy. So maybe they're smoking some, but this is that one situation in which they actually weren't smoked. But it seems like they, let's see, I guess they gave up on smoking. They're just waiting.
Yeah, they only got 1 smoke as well in stock for Darling, but Execration don't have a single remaining except for the one in Jakiro's inventory. You gotta probably spare it and save it all. Palos is just like, I'm just gonna go high ground here. He's dead anyway.
My god, that's a lot of damage.
And the confidence on this man.
Yeah, 20 Dazzle charges already.
That's your tier 3 tower about to fall. Yona. There's a route onto the Ember. That's the best opening that they have so far, and Venge is there to save him. Bob still rolling around at the back. Execration already forcing one buyback. The Venge will drop, and now they're chasing for more. Bob just get hit by the stun, and there goes Cuckoo with a big hit there on the 2, and Morphling dies to the Orchid damage, and that is your carry gone and not able to buy back in either. Ice Path onto 3, but Execration, they're losing members left and right.
I
And
love
CML to
CCA
drop as
Dota.
well.
I love this Dota, man. Like, no messing around. 20 minutes in, we're taking the Rexes, we're taking the game most likely. Okay, there are still tier 2s on the map. Unless they want to go for some old chat, of course, as well. Why not? Joga fácil, joga lindo.
Papayat Palatiga.
That one I won't pronounce. I have no idea what he said.
It turns out to be thin and dry, says translated, so... Hard to say what that actually means.
Well, papaya, it's the fruit, right? So
yeah.
he's saying he's just having a really nice fruit for it.
Yeah, some good papayas here.
Yes, exactly. You know, like Indonesia, in Indonesia, in
Jakarta,
in Jakarta, even in Kuala Lumpur, I encountered these bananas that are really small. Like they don't have big, normal banana, well, abnormal bananas that we eat. Their bananas are like tiny. It's very interesting and different flavor. I didn't like them honestly. I mean, our bananas are 10 times like sweeter. You can see that they're adjusted. Swap.
That's a Beastmaster gone.
GMO bananas.
Seconds. GMO bananas, yeah. Everything's been modified. Bob? Oh, Bob. There's a BKB Ember just slapping you. That's the thing with this Pango this game, is like you have so much physical damage that your Rolling Thunder is not even scary. They'll just hit through it. That's why the Cliff actually sits in very, very nicely in this game.
Yes, I think it might be time, guys. It might be time. I respect the resilience, but it might be time.
Yeah. There wasn't really an attempt made by Execration, so they're gonna tap out. Take a break. Head over to game number 2 with the fresh. This game did not work out. That's a great pause timer, by the way. The Ancient is gone.
I'm not sure what happened there to Execration. They were second, right, in the recent tournament. You told me that. But Darleng, I don't know where they were. If they